Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to just look at modeling a Cessna 182. One of my subscribers asked a question about modeling this, how to get the windshield and stuff to go with the body in here. And let's see, let me turn the canvases back on and turn the bodies off so we have a better look. How to get this down in here. Now, I have these formers here. You could use these formers, but lofting, let's say like C, here comes way high up here, and then B drops down low. So that would drop down not at a really good angle to loft all these. So you have to do some measuring and cutting some of these off. And so you will have this section right here coming through here and modeling this bottom, and then coming back and doing this section up here if you were excuse me, if you were to loft these. But what I'm going to do is just make a this out of forms. I'm going to do this bottom here and then do this section right here. So I'll go ahead and get started. Turn this back on and come up here to create form, and I'm going to use a box, and this is the plane I want it on, and I want to imagine the box being around here. So somewhere about right here looks about correct. And turn this around to the side. Pull this back. Add height faces. And click OK. Look at this from the front, and I'm going to delete this, this, and this. Oops. Do that again. And the same thing with the back. And what I'm doing is just imagining this extending through here. Okay, let me move on towards the back here. And like I always say, there are lots of ways to model airplanes and different things. This is just one way. And I like modeling with forms due to speed. And when I can't use forms, then I'll use surface modeling. And a lot of times I combine surface modeling with forms. But this particular model, it's pretty much going to be all forms. And one of my subscribers asked sometimes, why don't I finish certain models? Well, sometimes I just don't really have the time to do so. And sometimes they just don't have a lot of interest from my viewers. And so a lot of times when I do model airplanes, I do the hardest parts. So if anybody wants to model the airplanes, the hardest part is done for them. I mean, you can sit and watch me model the hardest parts. And again, if you have any questions about modeling anything, if you want to see me complete something, and even if I don't have time to do it, I'm more than happy to help anybody who wants help with their modeling of a particular airplane that I've showed you guys how to model. I'm more than happy to help. So if you have any questions about something that you didn't see me finish, go ahead and send me an email or send me a message on my Facebook group or my Patreon site, and I will help you finish the airplanes if I don't get to it. Okay, this is almost done, this section here. Okay, let's have a look at this now. Let me change this first. And this is just a little too big. All right. And there's our fuselage. Go ahead and finish this. You turn off these other bodies. Okay, let me turn off the canvas, and this is what we have. All right, turn the canvases back on here. Now what I'm going to do is this canopy area right here, but first I want to cut this area out. So I need to turn this into a solid. So what I'm going to do here, let me do some more editing first. Okay, I'll leave that as is for now. And what I'm going to do is use another box here on this plane. And, all right, scratch that, cancel this. Finish form, well, not finish form. What I'm going to do is come up here and yes, go ahead and finish form. Then I'm going to change the surface and create, well, do I want to do that? I'm going to do this a different way. To use a patch. This, click OK. And patch the back of this also. Then come to stitch. Select this, this, and the back here. And click OK. Now this should be a solid body, which it is. Verified by this now turns white instead of being this orange circle-ish looking thing. It's more of a marshmallow. So now what I'm going to do, go back to solids, create a sketch on this plane here. Use a fit point spline. And finish sketch. And turn that sketch back on. See that? Then I'm going to split body. This is the body to split. Use this as a splitting tool. Click OK. And turn this off here. Turn this sketch off. Okay. And we have the cutout. And now what I'm going to do is come up here to create form. Use a box. This is the plane. And that looks to be about the center. Give it some height faces. And click OK. And I'm going to delete those. And I'm going to delete the ones in the back also. And I'm going to move this whole thing back. Okay, let's have a look and see what this looks like. Click OK and finish forms. Okay. Now this is too wide here. They turn off the canvases so we have a better look. As you can see, this is too wide. Which is no big deal. We come down here, edit. Now let's have a look. And it's better, but no problem. And he's going a little more. Let's have a look at this from the side too. Okay. It's beginning to look better. And I'll just keep going back and forth here and checking this. until we get the whole thing inside and looks proper. And the back here needs work too. Okay, and this is looking better. Now I need to bring this out. And turn the canvases back on here and see what we... Okay, let me move this in also. Okay, that's much better. Now here, this is sticking out too far. Okay, let's have a look now. Okay, that's better. Now it just needs to come out a little, not much. Okay, now I'm going to move it just a little bit more. And what you do is just keep working this area until you get it to your likings. And hopefully this will be the last. Okay. Okay. As you can see, what I'm trying to do is just close this edge up right here, like this section right here is. So, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time by just sitting here for a few more minutes and trying to do this, going to move on to other portion of this. But anyway, that's how you do that section right there. Just keep working that until you get that edge lined up exactly how you want it. And once it's all lined up, this lines and stuff will just go away. And you have a really good, once you get it really lined up well. And we'll do one side. Now you could turn on the symmetrics and stuff like that to do one side, but I mean to do both sides at the same time. But I just find that for me that it just makes things a little more difficult for me. So, but I don't do that. So what I end up doing is just working on one side and then splitting it and mirroring it to the other side. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to split this. So I'll come up here to split body. This is the body. Splitting tool is this plane. Click OK. Then turn this section off over here. Then come up here to create and then mirror down here. This is the body to mirror. Then the mirror plane is going to be this plane here. And click OK. And you're going to work back here on this canopy too to get this area, whole area filled in. Like, let's have a quick look here. Let me turn these two off and turn these other things back on. Okay. Now this is the body that I did earlier. And this is the canopy area that I did. And as you can see, this is closed in here. I did a lot more work on this in here to get it like that. So you can see that in here. So just take your time there and get that area looking as good as you want it to be. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do this area, this vertical fin here. We turn the bodies off for now. Create a sketch on this plane here. Now I drew this line already. Okay. And what I did is imagine this line here coming down into here, and this line here back coming down here. And so I created the sketch, this line on this plane here, on the side plane. Then once after I did that, then I came up here to construct, and we're going to use a plane at an angle. Then I use this line as the here. We turn the constructions on and click OK. Then you have this plane here. Then I drew an arbitrary airfoil up here on the top. And you can see that. Then after I drew that, then it came to this plane here. And drew from the front here a spline, this spline here, and then the back, I drew a line here. And then once that was done, we turn this construction off. Once that was done like this, where you have the vertical fin and the two lines, then you come up here to create and use a sweep. And then select path and guide rail, full extents. Then you want to select this profile, and select this as your path and this as your guide rail. And then you click OK. And then you will get what you need there. But I didn't click OK because I had done it already. So let me turn that back on. Okay, and there we have that. Turn the canvases off. And that's what we'll have the once you do that. Again, you're just going to draw that line. Let me turn the canvases on again. Turn these bodies off. You're going to just draw a line. Just imagine the front of this rudder, vertical stab, just coming down through here. Turn the sketches off too. Just extending down through here. And this coming down here. And then you're just going to draw a line from there to here. Then you're going to use a plane at an angle. And you're going to use that line there. All right. And let's see here. Turn the vertical stab back on or turn. Okay. Now we have this. Okay, and the wings are done the exact same way this vertical fin is done. You're going to draw a line here, then look at it from the top, and make sure that line, imagine this coming straight across here, and that line and this back here coming straight across too. That same length. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and turn these bodies off again. Create a sketch. This plane. Use the line tool. Then look at this from the top and make sure that this is lined up with these. So this needs to go forward just a little. And this needs to go forward just a little too, not much. Go ahead and finish sketch. Turn sketches back on. Okay. Now, create a sketch on this plane again and use fit point spline. And if you have an airfoil, like the airfoils here, you'll just copy the airfoil if you're using these drawings. But I'm just going to just use an arbitrary one here just to show you guys how to do this. And I'm going to project this line here. So now this is closed. And we use another fit point spline on the bottom here. Okay. Go ahead and finish sketch. Next, come up to the construction. Use the plane at an angle here. And use this line here. And let me turn the constructions back on. Okay. And click OK. Turn this plane off. Then we come over to the top. And create a sketch on this plane. So click the plane, then create sketch. Use a line there to here. And the same thing over here. L for line. And if you don't want this to snap, just hold the control key down. Okay, and go ahead and finish sketch. And turn the canvases off. And come up here to create. And we're going to do a sweep. This profile, select the path and the guide rail. And make sure this is set to path plus guide rail and full extent. And click OK. Turn the bodies back on. And this wing is probably too thick. But it doesn't look like it is. So what I'm going to do here is select this, right click, move copy. We turn the canvases back on. And 5 degrees is too much. I'm going to 2 degrees, which is fine. Then lower this down a little. And click OK. Turn the canvases off. Okay. Now I'm going to mirror this. So create, mirror this, mirror plane, this, new body, and click OK. Now, this needs to come up. So, what I'm going to do here is move this. And I don't need this. I'm going to go ahead and delete it until I get this one wing done properly. So it looks like it needs to rotate some. Okay, that's better. Now it needs to come down some. Need to rotate it some more. And have a look at this. All right. And I want to mirror this again. Create, mirror. And click OK. And we have that now. Turn this sketches off. Construction off. And that's what we have so far. And that's what we have. So if you have any questions on modeling this, just leave them down in the comments or send me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help with this. And if you have, you want to finish this, but the only thing pretty much left is the horizontal stab here, and the horizontal stab is done the exact same way as the wings are done. And same thing, like the vertical stab is done the same way. It's just that it's vertical instead of being horizontal. And so that's pretty easy to do too. And if you're wondering about the these here, now there are various ways you can do those. You can draw it on this plane. Just draw a this outside square here, and then extrude that, and just move it back to where it needs to be on the, like the side here. That's one way. I don't know. Just depends how you want to do that. And if you have any questions about that, you want to see me actually do that, go ahead and send me an email. Let me know you want to see how that's done, and I can make a short video on doing that. And as far as these wheel pants, there are many ways of doing those too, but right now the easiest way that just comes to my mind right now would just be to come up here to create form. And you could use a box. And come down here. Then look at this on the side here. Well, actually, I wouldn't use a box. Let me cancel this. It's easier here to use a cylinder. And pull that out. And click OK. And take this whole thing, move it back to here. and click OK. Move this down. Move this down. Okay, then we have that. So now what we can do is go ahead and finish form. So click OK. But first, let's take a look at closing this up, fill hole. Click OK. Edit and move this forward. And click OK. Now the back here, same thing. Click OK, click this, move this out, and finish. And that's pretty much that wheel pant. And if you want it flat on the bottom like this, create sketch on this plane here. Draw a line here. Okay, finish sketch. Turn the sketches back on. Come up here to split body. This is the body to split. And the splitting tool is going to be, I select that first, that, and click OK. Then come over here and turn this off. I'll turn the sketches off, or excuse me, the canvas. And you have your wheel pant. And that's what we have right now. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I just want to show you guys how to get this canopy in here, how to do that. Because it has to be those sharp edges around there again. And one of my subscribers was wondering how to do that with the Cessna here. But like I said, you're going to have to work on this a little more to get this completely lined up so it looks good. And yeah, so, and the wings, you're going to have to keep moving those around until you get those lined up too properly and things. And if you have any questions about this particular model, and you want to see me, or if you want to see me do more on this, send me an email or leave a comment saying you want to see me do some more work on this Cessna 182. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe and like my videos. Also, I invite you to join my Facebook group and my Patreon site called CAD Build Fly RC. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you in the next video.